Turkey, jerky, twerky gave you the heebie-jeebies. Hello and a warm welcome to you all. In this video, we are talking about whether your food is a keto friend or a keto foe. I'm JJ, I eat mostly meat, and I'm a life coach.
I'm Eric, I'm a novelist, and I eat mostly meat.
So our daughter is home for spring break.
Yep.
And she asked for bread. She's a carnivore.
Yes, she is.
So we had to go into the center aisles this week. You came across something that, again, we don't go through the center aisles very often, so.
We were walking down the bread aisle and this green sticker had been applied to the rump of a loaf of bread. And here it is. Village Hearth, keto-friendly, light Italian bread. I saw it and I got all excited. I'm like, oh, it's some new innovation in food science. And I immediately, of course, looked at the ingredients list to see how many carbs were in it. The total carbs, it says 2 slices or 1 slice. And if you look under total carbs, it's 24 grams for 2 slices or 12 grams for 1 slice. You could subtract the fiber if you wanted, the 3 grams. For some reason, 2 slices has 3 grams and 1 slice has 2 grams. I don't know how that math works. There's some rounding.
There's some rounding, and actually the FDA, I believe, requires rounding of a certain nature. So
yeah, well,
that's where
Americans don't know how to do math, I guess. And then we have our total sugars of 3 grams and 2 slices. And then it has this thing about added sugars, which I don't really care about because all you needed to see was the carb count in 1 slice.
Have you ever eaten 1 slice of bread?
I have never eaten 1 slice of bread.
Oh my gosh.
Back to this photo though, it says it's only 45 calories per slice. And down here it says 1/3 fewer calories than regular Italian bread. And I think the way they do that is they just make the slices really small.
They are small.
You can see how big my thumb is on this loaf of bread. There is no high fructose corn syrup in this bread.
That is true.
So you know it's healthy.
For me, the number one ingredient I cannot eat. Wheat flour, malted barley flour, iron, thiamine, mononitrate, riboflavin, folic acid, water, oat fiber, wheat gluten, yeast sugar, soybean oil, salt, honey, monoglyceride, sodium stearyl lactate, ascorbic acid, calcium sulfate, enzymes, vinegar, sesame seed, monocalcium phosphate, and calcium propionate.
Everything a growing boy needs.
Yes.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with riboflavin.
Well, that's true, but there's a lot of non-food items there.
Well, the soybean oil.
Soybean oil, not great.
I mean, we know that's made in a refinery.
The degummed oil is refined, bleached, deodorized.
And then from that base stock, then you can mix it with another palm oil, with a canola oil, or whatever a customer would like.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not even food. Most people would say keep your carb grams below 20. Some people can stay just below 50 and stay in ketosis. 2 slices and you're over 20 grams.
Yeah.
And it's a little bitty sandwich.
Probably not very satiating.
No, this is 100% a
Keto foe. Now, you've talked about eating Quest bars and things in the past. What do you think of that type of thing?
Well, I love to eat them, but I have found that when I do eat them, my progress stalls. Maybe it could be some of the sugar alcohols in it. Quest bars can be very, very sweet, like super sweet if you're not used to eating sugar when you're in keto. And so you can have one and it really hits that like sweet tooth need. But we know that there's this concept of the cephalic phase insulin response where anticipation of sweetness and tasting sweetness can cause an insulin release in anticipation of it hitting the bloodstream. Insulin will immediately start taking any blood glycogen and wanting to put it into fat stores. So I would say that's a keto foe, but you might be able to stay in ketosis if you're careful.
We don't have one here in front of us, but I know their carb count is lower than this bread.
Oh, yeah. Because when you subtract the sugar alcohols, it gets down to like 2 or 3 grams or something in a Quest bar.
I think we still have some in our cabinet somewhere.
They're all gone.
Oh, all right. What type of processed foods would you say are keto friendly?
Well, this is on the edge because of my proclivity to overindulge. but I would say Keto Chow.
They really try to keep the ingredients as clean as possible. And they are meant to be not something you live off of, but something that if you are in a hurry, you can grab and go. It's meant to be a meal replacement, but not like the old Slim Fast days where you're supposed to have them all the time.
Now, you've worn a CGM. Have you worn it while you've consumed Keto Chows?
I have. A CGM is a continuous glucose monitor, those little buttons people have on the back of their arm that monitor our blood sugar. And mine, when I have a Keto Chow, raises just a few points. So it's really, for me, it does not seem to cause a big blood glucose spike. And I do eat them, especially if I've done fasting, done some 42-hour fasts recently as my longest fasts. I know I need to refeed and get enough nutrition the day after the fast. And so I will use that because it is really easy and hyper palatable and easy to drink that on top of having my 2 normal meals. Or if I'm going out with someone and they're going to go get a dessert, I'm going to skip the ice cream or the, in Wisconsin here, frozen custard. I'm going to skip that because I know I can have a Keto Chow when I get home. So it's very useful for that.
Yeah. And the secret to a good Keto Chow is you have to make it well in advance and get it cold. You don't want a warm Keto Chow.
No. It's not even worth it at that point. So keto friend or keto foe?
It is a keto friend.
Yeah.
And we are not sponsored by Keto Chow.
No, we are not.
Another processed food is jerky.
Jerky.
Beef jerky, or in my case, deer jerky, any turkey jerky. They make it.
They do.
Elk jerkies.
Does the turkey jerky do a twerky? Can you see that little turkey?
I don't want to see it. That gave me the heebie-jeebies.
Turkey jerky twerky gave you the heebie-jeebies.
What was the topic?
Jerky.
Oh, yeah, right. I love these Maui Nui deer jerky sticks, but they do have a little tiny bit of added sugar in them, so you have to be a little careful with them. But they're harvested, I think, the axis deer from Hawaii. They were actually brought from maybe India or something and released there, and they've totally overcrowded the environment because there's no predator for them. And so this company harvests the deer and is making steaks and all kinds of stuff out of them, but also this jerky. And it's a great, delicious snack, which I also dip in Kerrygold butter to make it even better, to add more fat. But any jerky is going to have some processing to it.
That's true.
And what I've found is you go to the grocery store and you find your sort of big brand jerkies, and it can be full of sugar.
Yes.
To make it really delicious. And of course, they're going to have a lot of preservatives and stuff in them. Although when we went to Costco, we came across the Big Chompers.
Chomps, I think.
Chomps. And that looked pretty clean. And they even said grass-fed beef on it. And I don't think there was any added carbs in that. I don't remember. But I would call that a keto friend.
So I have something
Okay.
that has, for me, has been a friend.
All right.
For others, it's been a foe.
Okay, what is it?
It's cheese. Cheese. I am very good at having just a square of cheese every now and again for a little variety, almost a dessert sometimes. Sprinkle a little blue cheese on my steak on occasion. I never would have thought I liked blue cheese, but I do. And so I can moderate cheese really well, have very small amounts. My body does fine. For some people, it causes issues. For some people, it causes issues with their skin, with their digestion, and some people cannot moderate. It actually causes them to binge. Well, there's this place we go to, Next Door Pub,
Oh,
and they've got a burger. And I get it bunless and everything, and it comes with a little bit of shredded pork on it, and a little bit of pickled onion, and the cheese spread dollop on top. It is delicious. I love it. So I thought, hey, I'm going to create that at home. So I bought my little tub of cheese spread, and it is a clean cheese spread, but it's, for crackers or making cheese balls or whatever.
It doesn't come out of the
No, it's
can?
not that type of cheese
Okay.
spread. It's like a Mertz or... And so I made my burger. Oh, it was so good. And then I had the rest of the tub in the fridge. And I have to say, I've been doing drive-bys with it. I've been dipping everything in the cheese.
JJ,
It's called...
it's your cheese friend.
Yes, definitely not being able to moderate it like I normally do. So I've actually, there's still, that said, I haven't binged it, like sat down and ate the whole tub or anything. But I've been considering there's probably about a quarter tub left, and I'm considering just chucking it. One more little hit before
So your
I throw
very
it away.
spreadable cheese is a keto friend or a keto foe?
For me, it is a keto foe. I will still go eat it at the restaurant, but I don't think it has a place in my house. So we've been talking about things that are a little more keto today instead of just straight meat. And if you want to find out more about keto versus carnivore, check out this video.